and it's not fun for you. You pretty much never want to bunch in the corner because it gives you the least options. This pass was really good though. The whole play there by Mads was really good. Even if the first touch wasn't intentional, he recovered from it so well and got into position for passing. I want to try and point out where an aerial happens, so I can point out where initiative happens in that and stuff like that. But I need to have a good example. Oh, this was really bad by me. So I could have actually left this and it probably wouldn't have gone in the goals, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I could have left it, wouldn't have gone in the goals. That's just, it's one of those touches where you kind of freak out and you really want to touch it. And you just go, I want to touch it, I want to touch it, I got this, I can touch it. And then you just mess it up. So like, it was this turn out here. So here I'm fine. I could have stayed along this line and been fine. I probably should have actually stayed here. This is where I should have stayed to be able to get a better hit. I shouldn't have come forward and I shouldn't have gone out to the right. As soon as I did that, I scored this goal pretty much. That was the biggest mistake I did there in my positioning. It was like, it's a minor error you can make on defense when you go forwards. Generally better to go backwards into your net a lot of the time than anything else, because it gives you more options to come out, especially when you're in the back middle of your net where I was at the start. They're bumping him. That actually puts us in a really good spot because you can see, well, you can't see, but he was behind me really far. And I think it allowed me to score. Wait, let me... Camera, please. I'm so bad. But then it means that they've only got 2 in net. Both of them go for that, which gives me a free shot. I think he could have saved it though. I didn't quite get the best shot. But it all kind of started off that bump that we got that sort of pressure. I mean, I do not know how to control the free play thing at all. Yucky. I want to point out why I'm like kind of sideways and forward there. In that I expected the shot to come sooner, so I kind of had to stay there. And being sideways and forward there, the shot isn't so close that it's going to be difficult for me to get to it as much. Unless he puts a really good shot into the top corner behind me, I'm not going to struggle too much to get to the ball from where I was. So I think even if he put his top shot, even if he put a top corner shot there, I probably would have been able to save it from where I positioned. Kind of, I think, I want to point out where their touches are kind of going wrong a bit as well. So there, it's like really soft. That touch was actually alright. If Heptic could have hit it behind me, it would have been pretty good. But it's just kind of how it leaves their positioning isn't too good for them. It lets us get a lot of pressure straight away, which is kind of the not ideal thing. Alrighty, I think maybe this one I can talk about initiative a bit. So, this is probably a really good example. You can see Hellfire's already halfway to the ball, so this means he has initiative on this ball. Neither of us on the wall has initiative, so that's why you see us both drop down. Mads is actually in the wrong position here. He should probably be a little bit further back into the middle of the net, so probably, if the camera was his car, he probably wants to sit about here? Probably about here facing inwards. So the reason for this is they don't have a player on the outside that can hit it into the top right hand corner here behind me. So they don't have a position to really hit it into this corner. So you want to kind of cut off this corner, and then we've already got the wall. So his positioning here kind of cuts off the wall as well. But I think, yeah, so we can see here, as soon as the ball comes down, I actually get initiative on it. So it goes into the ceiling, and then I'm moving forward, and I'm up first, and that means I beat both Desu and Heptic to the ball. So that's kind of a aerial initiative where like the first person up generally gets to the ball. Whoever's up first, whoever's closer, and whoever has the easiest trajectory to the ball as well. So sometimes it may be that you have to go forwards and sideways to the ball, whereas someone just has to go straight up. Now that person who has to go straight up has a lot easier in aerial than you do. So even if you're up faster and have the initiative, you may not have the initiative in that you have to travel more distance. And if you have to travel that extra distance, it means that you don't always win that aerial. So I do kind of want to try and find an aerial where I can explain this, but I don't think... Oh, that's a really good one for me to explain this, I think. Yeah, that actually that's freaking perfect. Okay, so we can see me going up. So I'm closer to the ball, and then Lols is further away. We've both jumped about the same time. Now, because I'm closer to the ball, I get to it first. Now, this is kind of not a touch that everyone's going to be able to do. This touch I do here is actually quite difficult. I'll show it from my view afterwards. But you can see how, because I had the initiative, it means I won that ball. So then, if we have a look at the second touch. So where is Heptic misrotated here? It's the big question. I think right here, when he goes off a boost, he shouldn't be going off a boost there. Because it means he has to come from the side, and it means Mads gets initiative on him. So Mads is up now. Heptic is only just jumping. So if we have a look at this, you can see why Mads won this ball. So it's traveling towards Heptic, but because Mads was up so much sooner than Heptic, he gets to this ball first. So that's just kind of the initiative I was talking about. So if we have a look at this from my view, this first touch was really good. So you can see I'm not trying to commit to anything. I was looping about ready for a pass, and then that's how I got the touch over Lols, and then Mads got the touch over Heptic. So in both of those aerials, we got the initiative because of how we positioned and how we got up sooner. And because of this, we were able to score. So I hope this helped you to maybe understand a bit more about Rocket League stuff. I don't know if I quite explained everything as much as I wanted to, but hopefully this is just like a good little starting point if you didn't think about this stuff before, and hopefully it can improve your game. Anyway guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.